Oop, maybe I should. So, guys, we are live, and apparently I didn't know we were live. For those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon master this morning. This morning, we are continuing on with our ongoing game, or campaign, playing Jeff Talanian's very cool Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. And though we are down a few players today, thanks to some failed con saves or saves versus death, depending. Well, they're not dead, but they're sick. I was trying to think of the equivalent, but I think regardless of whether it's death or not, it is a save versus death in in this game. We do have at least half of the cast of the stars of this campaign with us today for our first session back in Untamed Thule in 2020. First up, I've got Carl.
Hello, I'm Carl. I play Iphigenia Akantadoros. She is a warlock necromancer from the Amazonian land in this campaign, and we just hit 5th level last time, and she now has lightning bolt. So beware of force lightning.
Nice. And next up is Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen, playing Arter, the longbowman fighter. He did not hit a level last time, but it's coming up. So
is he 5th right now or 4th?
4th.
4th. Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's like a level behind, right? Since
yeah.
Well, but he's only like 1 level behind, which is nice because of the graduated XP.
Mm-hmm. And last but not least is Robert.
Yep, I'm playing Reagan, a rune graver, and she also is 4th level, but that's because I managed to miss about 3 or 4 really XP heavy sessions.
Shit. Yeah, it really has been. Gosh, like you missed the Giants. Oh no, you didn't. No, you were there for the Giants.
The Giant. The Giants was the giant centipede.
Yes.
Oh,
so I don't think Kev will ever be giving us humanoids again to face.
That's great.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't sure. We were talking after we finished the stream last time. Well, I guess like last session was our heroes making their way across the Thulean Waste towards their destination of Iron Fang Keep, where they were planning on occupying this keep and rebuilding it. I guess, and along the way they ran into a small band of giants. Which was a random encounter, and I was worried that you guys were all going to die, to be honest. Once I saw how much damage their stones did, I was like, oh, I guess we got to figure out what we're playing next, because this ain't going to end well. But you guys know, you guys handled them with, some help from your support, but, I mean, it was largely you guys who took those things down, so that was pretty awesome. So then, where we will pick up then is... I think you guys were returning to camp because, if I recall, you guys had faced those giants at the evening. Is that right, or do you remember?
I feel like it was late afternoon, and this looked like this area here, as we had to clean up and count the loot, so to speak. This would be a good place to camp.
Yeah,
it's like it has some raised areas.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So we've got. So the army has encamped there.
Butcher some rhino for steaks.
Yes, that's right. They had pet rhinos. That's right. So I guess so each of those things you'll be able to get some of the meat off of them. I think you guys have packed enough supplies though. We're assuming not assuming, but we know that you guys picked up enough supplies to handle the army. Their rations and so forth. Why don't we do this then? Since it's the evening, George is in here because he's also sick with the plague. Why don't Robert give us a percentile roll? Let's see for water find. Let's see if you're able to find water in this region.
Sure.
No water. Okay. So there is. You're unfortunately not able to find any source of water, but you guys set up your usual. Watch, and then the evening passes uneventfully. What are we doing with this session? Are we just carrying on? Let me move us all to the I'm slowly loading this one. Oop, shit, hit the wrong thing. There we go. Let me move you over to...
We want to continue to the keep, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's bring you down here. There we go. So we are right over here, guys. Boom. Now, I think this is the decision point. Do you go directly west, or do you head... Oh, I'm going here. There we go. Directly west, or do you head southwest? You're going through these unknown lands.
I'd rather go through the unknown lands and get that mapped out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was always the plan, is to go directly there.
Okay. All right. So the and as a refresher of what we're going through, because it's been a couple of weeks. I think I canceled the last session. That was when I had that food poisoning. Which
your family poisoned you.
Oh no! It was just before they arrived. But I got.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
takeout or something.
Crazy. Like I had another lawyer bought me lunch, and
he tried to poison you. One of your rivals.
Yeah, he is a rival on another side of a file. That motherfucker got me. I don't think I've been that sick in like 15 years. I was on my ass for 5 days, and then like progressively my body was aching in different places from when I was throwing up so much. So this is what Untamed Thule looks like. So we are making our way across the waste. Okay, so heading into here. And I want to make sure that the players who were not able to make it today, that they understand that it was your choice to go into that hex. So, let's see. Is it here? Reveal. Boom. Alright. So, 1, 2, 3. So, the hex is revealed. This appears to be more of the same. While you guys are... Well, I guess, what was the other bit of information that you got from that... You're the guy who was spying on you guys?
Arlen, I don't remember. I wasn't there for that session.
Other bit of information. So we found out that there were more spies out there, and that Arcadius Blasivarius is putting together an army or something to maybe ambush us. I don't remember what else was there.
Yeah. That's what it was. Is that Arcadius was apparently bringing an army to either monitor you or to take you out on the way to Iron Fang Keep.
Yeah.
You're dreaming about our games too, Robert? That's great. All right. Okay. So then Robert, would you give us another 2 percentile rolls? Let's see if we got water in the morning, water in the evening. No. And... Oh, I got to roll for getting lost as well, too. You do have the benefit of your guide now. Oh, one more roll, Robert. Oh, and I'm not sure if you're muted or not, but I can't... I haven't heard you.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay. If we've been ignoring your whatever you've been saying, it's not because we're being... rude because we couldn't hear you. Okay, so then, unfortunately, this does seem to be much of the, the cold desert that you guys have passed through. It's been very difficult finding any sources of water in amongst this tundra. But you do successfully, traverse this. Your whole retinue makes their way across here. You have not made any kind of arrangements or accommodations to keep an eye out for this rival army, right?
I was just saying that we might want to think about that. Now that I didn't know that actually was a piece of information.
So what do you guys think?
Well, we have mounted archers, so they can act like outriders.
Yeah, I thought we had outriders though.
Yeah. Okay.
But maybe we should make sure that our men-at-arms basically have any armor on them, even if it means that we're going a little bit slower, or just be generally prepared. So keeping an eye out, telling them to keep a watch as well. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm forgetting what groups we have with us. Should we?
You guys have
We have the Diego Moretta's Legion of Horse
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
is our mercenary company.
Which is 11 light horsemen, 18 mounted heavy crossbowmen, 40 heavy footmen, and then the 2 artillerists who are Diego Moretta and his brother Esteban Moretta. And you know what? But why don't you guys give me a D? Let's see here. So it's at 58, 69. Give me a D69 roll. I know you've lost one character who was eaten by the centipede. Let's see who got killed here.
It's always fun rolling 69.
19. One of the mounted heavy crossbowmen.
Oops. Okay.
Or mounted crossbowmen. Yeah, so that you're down to 17 of them.
Okay. I would suggest that we keep the artillerists, since they're probably the most vulnerable, kind of in this, maybe with...
well, they're also like the captain and his brother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're probably in charge at kind of the center of the column.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, and these guys these guys, Second Son people, leave before us? I mean, are they?
I don't think the spy knew one way or the other. What do you guys remember about that?
I don't know. Well,
be hard for him to leave too much before us, because we only spent like 3 days provisioning the entire force. Because
they didn't really know
George rolled well.
Yeah.
And it's not like we announced our. I'm sure we were doing stuff, but it's not like we announced our plans. We're going.
No, nor. I mean, I'm not sure you know one way or the other whether this whether Sir Arcadius had a standing army as well too. Whether he had his group ready to go.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm recalling incorrectly, but it wasn't like that there was like a unity among that group necessarily, because some people were like, "Go get him," and some people were like, "Well, let's see what happens with this fight."
Yeah.
The Second Sons.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all Second Sons, and maybe there's some that want to be more second than others, right?
Yeah. Yes. Well, and there's the even within the Second Sons, I'm like any group of non permanently related people, there's going to be rivalries within those factions as well. So, all right, then I think. Let me see here. All right. Then, the evening passes uneventfully. No unnatural encounters, no manifestations of any unusual phenomena, and there is, most importantly, no army of the Second Sons that arrives in your camp. So the start of the next day, you guys pack up and head out. Robert, give us another percentile roll. Let's see if there's any...
If I don't get any water today, somebody else can... Nope.
No water.
I am very, very average.
What was the 19 for?
That was the D69 roll for...
See who you lost.
Who we lost.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so then the second day of travel, or this most recent day of travel, let me get to the objects and tokens. So you move into this blackened area. Oh boy. And I'm so sorry, guys. It has been when I think Colin and George and Will, I think Will's sick, but Will's out. Wherever they are right now, I think they're having that kind of Obi-Wan style stagger against the wall and sit down. They're going to feel a great disturbance in the force here. So let's reveal in 3, 2, 1. More.
Oh my God! It's the Reavers of Thule.
I guess maybe I could, if I didn't share the full map with you guys before, it would be more drama. Where are we gonna hit that volcano, Kev? That's what I'm really concerned with. Okay, so give me a sec here. We something is going on here. All right. Okay. All right. What placement are? I know that the tracker is Amaguk is up front.
Yep.
But.
Realize.
Okay.
got no tanks left in this group.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. All right. So it is in the evening, guys, when we are going to be picking up this scene. Everyone has camped, and
How much healing do we get like per day, like naturally?
naturally, it's your
It's your hit die.
plus your Constitution modifier, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So okay. Like the whole hit die, the whole points.
The whole, well, you have to roll it.
Okay.
Your rolled hit die plus Constitution modifier.
Mm.
Basically one level worth of hit points.
Okay.
Well, we've traveled. This is after the second day of travel, though, right? So,
Yeah.
But not a night of sleep. Or is it 2 nights of sleep?
It's 2 nights of sleep because it's one night after the Giants and then
Yep.
one
Okay.
night after this day of travel, after the first day of travel, and then this is our second day.
Okay. But we only get the one, right, Kevin? Is that?
You'll only have one so far, yeah. Although, I mean, Robert may have his the drinking horn for you as well.
Yep, I have that. I also
Right.
still have this lantern thing that can really help us at some point, but only once, I think. What the heck was that? I had it written down here somewhere. Anyway, and I don't have an actual healing spell, but I have the one that if you die, I can give you some points.
But you could do the horn for like the off day.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Who here is still injured? You are. Carl?
I was injured. Yeah, I was down 8. But
Okay. Yep. So you should be fine now.
Okay.
We'll just assume that.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, and then. Okay. Nice. All right.
Oh, and I have a staff of curing. What does staff of curing do again? When did I get that?
So, are you back up to full then, Iphigenia?
yeah, I'll be back up to full with the healing horn and a night's rest.
Yeah.
I was only down 8, surprisingly. I think somehow I managed to only get hit by like once by that rhino.
Oh, yeah, that's good because that thing was hit pretty fucking hard. All right. Give me 2 seconds here, guys, with get this thing set up. All right. So, tell me about your evening camp kind of procedures. Like, what time do you go to bed? What time do you what do you occupy your evenings with?
I would like to make a suggestion, especially as we're getting closer, and this could be where they might ambush, so we might want to limit the fires.
I think it might be difficult there with
anyway,
camping nearly 50 guys.
Yeah. But we don't. Do we have firewood anyway? Well, we probably brought it with us.
You have which, sorry?
Sorry, we have firewood, right? We brought it with us.
I'm assuming you guys brought, that the troops would have brought some of that stuff with them.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what we could do? We could put out like false fires a little further out.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're assuming that for the purpose of today that the rest of the group is kind of elsewhere or asleep or otherwise occupied, so that's the reason they're not, getting involved here.
Maybe, actually, could we say maybe they're scouting ahead to see if there's anything unusual at the keep itself?
No, because then that's actually gaming.
That's actually
So yeah,
okay.
I mean that's an actual interesting thing to do. So like we're not going to deal with that stuff in flashback.
Right, but I think we should definitely do that because we don't know what's coming to the keep beforehand, and in the meantime.
Yeah.
So we should. So I'm just saying, for tomorrow at least, we should go ahead maybe with our scout and take a look at the keep while we leave the army back.
Okay.
So, and then we come back and there's no army. But
Okay. All right, guys. So, you are all in your sort of like command tent thing here. Let me move you over.
I would assume one of us is on watch.
Well, you guys have. I mean, if you guys are, one of you guys are going to have watch, that's fine. But you do have an army that you hired to kind of do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So let's see here. That means Amagok and Yalmar will be here. I'm going to put Malo over here. I'll put Kane over here. Amar's over here. So you guys are the ones who are meeting in here. It's around 9 o'clock at night. So it's, you know, well past sunset. What do you guys think you are... Oh, and you know, I'm going to say there's a 50% chance of Yalmar and Amagok being with you guys, or perhaps being on watch. Yeah, let's hear. Carl and Arlen, each of you give me a d6 roll. 4 or higher, they're with you. Yep. Okay, cool. So, you guys are all meeting in here, and that is when you guys once again hear a sound of screams and shouting coming from somewhere else in camp. And what I need you to do is let's see here. I guess it doesn't really matter for initiative right now. Let's just start going in a round by round basis. So what you guys can hear, let me turn something up here. Ooh, there we go. So what you hear is the sound of men screaming and shouting from off in this direction.
Okay.
So what is first thing you guys do?
Run out of the tent and see what's going on.
Who's going to control? Who's controlling Amagok? Who's controlling Yalmar?
I can control Yalmar. That'll
So I guess I'll get.
healing.
Yeah, I'll get Amaguk, I guess.
Okay. So you guys come racing out. Whoa, that is way too loud.
There we are.
Let's maybe what is this one here? Okay, so you come out, and what you can, you can't see anything. You can hear the sound is coming over from this direction. So what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna move.
And you think you can hear a... Let me make a couple of rolls here, too. Oof. Okay, okay, and... Alright. So, yeah, you can hear screams and cries from over in another direction. It is... let's hear. Why don't you each give me a d6 roll? Arteo's not sure. If it's Janine and Reagan, you can tell it's not coming from this tent. Whatever the sound is coming from somewhere beyond.
Okay.
So, what do you do next?
It's the tent. It's the tent past the one we see. So maybe it's this one. I'd say we go around this tent and perhaps at the same time yell as we pass. You know, wake up! Something's attacking the camp.
Okay.
Reagan's gonna go this way just to make sure that we have, just in case she can see anything around this side.
Okay. Okay, so you cannot see anything, but you can see this. Well, what you can see is that the tent itself, the whole fabric is sort of moving as if something's either hitting the fabric or hitting the struts and poles that make up the structure. And the screams are definitely coming from over there. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me make a couple. Hold on, so I make a couple more rolls here. Yeesh. Okay.
So, where's the main entrance to the tent? I'm assuming since we can't see through here, they're up here and down here. Is that where the entrances are, Kev?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Reagan goes up here. Elmar follows. Did anybody from this tent?
They're maybe poking their heads out.
Okay. Say.
And each of them has
be
grabbed
prepared.
their. What'd you say?
I just said be prepared.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys can see that the tent itself is sort of thrashing back and forth, and the screams are coming from somewhere within there.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Dang.
Okay. So can we continue to move, or?
Yeah, you can move again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Reagan's going to come up to catch up with these guys, and when Iphigenia runs by, she's going to plan to make her bigger.
Okay.
Although, how tall is the tent?
Tent is probably about 7 or 8 feet tall.
Okay, so that's not going to work. Yep. Unless something comes out. All right.
Okay. Then
Does
hold on.
Amaguk see anything, or?
I think from there he sees the flap is sort of going back and forth. He's an NPC though, so you're not going to know what he sees.
Or Amaguk, what do you see?
A+ role playing. Carl Rodriguez. Oh no!
That's why we use these guys, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's also a little faster than us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see here.
Amaguk,
man.
are they friendly?
What you see is there's a from where all the rest of the guys are. You see a spray of blood hits the inside of the tent.
They're dropping like flies. Get in there.
Hopefully they run out. But where's the entrance to the tent? Is it one on each side, or?
It's up here. Yeah, you can probably get through either side, but yeah. Okay, so
Interesting
then
that they're trying to get out.
next round. Okay, so Iphigenia, you will see this then.
Okay.
Reagan's moving up here.
So, in 1, 2, 3. And there are several of your hirelings are on the ground. These things are hunched over. They've got almost like a completely curved body and like a C thing where they're hunched way over. They've got fearsome-looking claws. They're not green as they are in this illustration. They are all white with a little bit of dark gray accents on them.
Okay.
And as you go in, it turns and snarls at you guys. Now, who wants to start off rolling initiative for everybody?
Well, I've been horrible with my rolls so far, so somebody else.
Okay, Carl, looks like it's you, buddy.
Okay.
Okay. Oof, beat
Nice.
my 3.
Okay, I did.
Nice. Oh, we got to declare actions first anyway. But it doesn't matter.
I was
You
gonna-
guys will go first anyway. So
Yeah.
Okay,
that
I'll
is
give
okay.
you magic.
I'm trying to think what I have here that seemed useful.
Let's see. Melee holds. Okay.
1 second.
We don't get all our. That's so weird about this game. We don't get all our actions.
You don't get all your actions. What do you mean?
Like we don't all go, and then they don't all they go. It's like we do.
Yeah, for
Right,
each
so they'll get.
melee,
I'll get to it.
missile.
I'll get to melee before.
So can Reagan see through the tent from where she is?
Yes, I think so. Okay. And don't forget your allies, and you do have some henchmen who are spilling out and who are in there as well too. Each of the henchmen does not have their armor on, but they do have. I think they're armed with spears, aren't they? What are heavy footmen armed with?
I would hope.
Let's see here. I think it's in the hireling section. It's not a mace, is it? Let's see here. Well, at the rate I'm going, you're not going to have many left, so we'll Not super important to look it up.
Tell the guys next time. Say, we're back in Thule because we needed to hire another group.
That was a running joke in our Barrow Mace campaign because the guys kept killing their hirelings every time they went out. Okay. I'll let. Whoop. Could you? Well, anyway, I'll say they're armed with long swords for now, and then we'll look it up afterwards. Or a little weapon that does 1d8 damage. That's fine. Okay, so then the first up is melee. So it'll be Arter. What are you doing?
All right, so I'm gonna step in, raising my magic footman's flail, and I'm gonna whack him.
Nice. Twor! That is a huge hit. So the with a big swing, you slam this thing. It turns its massive, like, long crocodilian jaw towards you, and you smash it in the side with your flail. And it seems genuinely shocked with how hurt it is. Okay, then it is... I guess he's going to return the favor. What is your AC?
My AC is a 2.
A 2, okay. So, let's see here. His THAC0 is... Okay. Okay. That is a first claw, second claw, miss. The bite does connect, though. So he brings that thing back, and you are taking 11 points of damage.
That's not so good.
Okay. The other one is they're gonna continue to try and...
Do these our henchmen get melee?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Round?
Yep.
Okay.
So,
then
we've got 1, 2...
I mean, do they need to make a morale check and not to screw us over?
No. We'll say there if you lose more. So why don't we do this? Carl, give me 2d20 rolls. Arlen 2 and Robert 1, please.
Okay. 2d20 or no? Just
1d20 from you, please.
Okay.
Everyone else, give me 2.
Looks like I got a 16 and a 2. So.
Yeah, so that's a miss and a miss.
16's a miss. Ooh.
Well, you rolled an 8 and you rolled a 2.
No, I rolled a...
Oh, Zartar,
Carl,
okay.
16.
Oh, sorry, Iphigenia, yeah, so 16... 16 barely hits, yeah, with its attack, so give me a 1d8 damage. The rest of those are unfortunately misses. 2 points of damage. Well, every little bit helps. Okay. Then these things, one is going to try and whack one of those henchmen as a miss. That is a hit. And claw does oof. So this henchman gets hit for a big 4 points, and then a bite. 19. Eesh. Another henchman becomes a snack for the troll. And I'm going to move the dead bodies out of the way here. Okay. The next one has got one henchman in front of him. That's 1 hit, not 2 hits. 1 point damage, and the bite is a miss. This guy's holding his own still against a troll. Not bad. And then the last troll, that is 2 misses. And bite misses. Okay. So then, that was it for melee. We're on to missile. Reagan, what are you doing?
Reagan's going to take a shot at the one that's already wounded. And let's see here. I had it set up. There we go.
Okay. You guys did not declare actions for either Amaguk or Yalmar.
Oh. Right.
So they're kind of holding back for this round.
Yep.
All right, so that shot, phew, are you firing the same one that Arter is fighting? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right, fuck. Okay.
I think I might have got his finger.
And then we're on to magic. Iphigenia, what are you doing?
Casting lightning bolt straight down. If you can see my arrow, right?
Yeah.
And all the back of the tent's all torn up, right?
It is. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to send a lightning bolt like 60 feet through these 3 guys.
Yeah. Okay, works for me.
Okay. Right, so they get a saving throw.
Yeah. Okay, so their
and it's
save
5d.
is... Save's not great. One of them made the save.
Okay.
Okay, so and it's
the
what,
damage-
60...
5d6.
5d6, okay.
See if this works here. Oh, that's not bad.
Hey, that's pretty good. Okay, so
18 damage.
first one is blown apart by your lightning. The second one, give me another damage roll.
Oh, for each one. Okay.
Yeah.
That's generous. All right.
Well, I mean, it swings both ways. You could roll.
Yeah. 17 on that second one.
Okay. Badly scorches it. Oh, hold on. Do that reverse. And then one more. This one will be half damage.
So that guy, the other one got in front.
Okay, 5 points of damage. Okay. All right. Wow, big hit though.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay, I didn't do it right. I don't think. Never mind. I'll do it manually. Sorry. Let me do everything. I apologize. So it didn't. I thought it would roll 5d6, but it doesn't. It rolls like it to hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So go ahead and roll those.
Sorry
again.
about that. All right. So the first guy.
Yeah.
18 again.
18. Okay, so that one, definitely killed him. Second one
Second one, 20.
kills him.
Wow. And the last guy who takes half. Well, it's about the same.
Survive. Yeah. Jeez.
Okay.
All right. So then, yeah, what does it look like? What is it like as you?
So it's like, it's not crackling blue lightning because she is a necromancer. So it's like this purplish color, kind of blackish purple, and it just shoots out of her hand. And it keeps going, apparently, 60 feet, tearing up and burning the tent flaps.
Yeah, and
So
I'm gonna make.
don't do this underground. That's what I'm doing.
Yep.
Yeah. I am going to make a morale check because that was a huge. There we go, 2d6. A huge display of magical power, and you wiped out 2 of them in one single hit. Although I think Arter's hair is all standing on end because he was pretty darn close to that.
That was a good move, Arter, because at least it attacked you and not me.
Yeah. They, but unfortunately, the morale, apparently they're quite hungry. Their morale holds. So then that is the end of first phase. We have nothing happening on the second phase. So let's just declare actions, guys, and then we will roll initiative. Okay.
So, Kev, sorry, I was just trying to look this up. If I do magic in the second phase, can I take a 5-foot?
Yeah, you can move and
Or
then
move
cast
half.
magic in the second phase. You just can't
Okay.
magic and then move.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And it's
Excellent.
half my move.
Okay. So, guys, and again, Amaguk and Yalmar are there as well
yep.
too. If you guys want to.
Yep.
Yeah, so can Amaguk, like, what is the action declaration for placing arrows, I guess?
Yeah, that's fine. It would just be part of his. Instead, if he's not going to move, he can just place arrows. Yeah, he can just place arrows and make his. What I'll say is that he gets his attack rate as if he moved. So
Okay.
he, I think for this round, he'll still get to attack once, but next round is when he'll have the doubled attack rate and he'll be able to attack as many times as he wants. In fact, you know what? If you want to spend a point of Astonishing Fortune, you know what? Fuck that. It's Saturday morning. We'll assume that that's what he was doing when...
Last round?
Last
Okay.
round, yes. So you can go ahead and make your favorable attack rate. And I think you guys are all... This is an even round now, so
Right.
you all have your favorable attack rates as well. So, cool. Then, Carl,
Yep.
beat my 4.
Nope.
All right, so then this one sees... They're smart enough, or cunning, I think is maybe a more appropriate thing. Give me 2 attacks of opportunity from your henchmen. So I guess Arlen and Carl, each of you guys give me a d20 roll. Okay, 13 is not going to hit, 7 is not going to hit.
No.
So this thing goes over here, and actually it doesn't even need to go that far because it's got reach. It's going to try and whack Iphigenia.
Okay.
It says something in a language that you don't understand that sounds remarkably like Old Norse. And
We need to hire an Old Norse translator.
okay, so that misses. What's your AC right now?
AC is 1.
It's 1. Nice. Okay, so That means I need. No, I need higher than that, and then it's bite. I miss with all 3 fucking attacks. So, and it snaps its jaws at you. And then the other one is going to try and get rid of this henchman. Let's see, we got 2 claws. One of those hits. He's still around. Now he says, I do have the bite. So let's see how the bite goes. Oof. That is a big hit. 7. You know, one thing that... this massive troll kind of catches your henchman, but who's still bravely standing his ground. But then the whole, like, body, the curved over body of the troll kind of lurches back and lurches forward like a striking serpent, and his jaws snap around this guy, and you hear this sickening crunch as his rib cage collapses, and the troll chomps down what was his midsection. You know what would make for an interesting house rule for this, just as a non sequitur, having played AD&D Second now and knowing like the way they do the iterative things, if you were forced to prorate your multiple attacks across the phases, that might make for a more might force you to make use of the second phases instead of it coming up like 10% of the time. I mean, that would kind of fuck up some of your strategy for making use of those 2 things, but because the phases so rarely come into play anyway. And
yeah, although at least with magic, and even I think missile is to some extent. With magic, I actually like to wait till the second phase because you get to move.
Nothing's hitting you.
Yeah, nothing's hitting me. So at least there's a little bit of strategy for magic users.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Then it is melee for the heroes. We got Artair's moving.
But I do agree, splitting up the attacks might be useful too.
Yeah, like I don't. I'd have to think more about it. Just because we played yesterday.
If you can like attack, move, attack, then that would be worth it, right?
Yeah, and you can like you can. Rules is written in Ash. You can move on each of your segments. Your speed is already prorated across the 2 rounds, so forcing you to prorate, and also it would make them like fighting monsters a little more dynamic. Because I'm just dumping all of my attacks on the first phase with almost every monster I've used. If I was forced to be like, okay, I can do 2 attacks in the first phase and 1 attack in the second phase, that might make for a little bit more of a dynamic, combat session.
Yeah.
That's worth something trying.
Do you, because I really haven't done a whole lot of melee, I can't recall. Do you, if you have 2 attacks, can you can attack in both phases, right? If you want.
You can if you want, yeah.
But you don't have to.
Yeah.
And take half of your move as well?
You always
attack half of your move and then attack.
Yeah, you actually have to take only half move. Like, unless you're doing a run action, you have to do a half move. You can't move more than... Your speed is already prorated across those 2 phases, so you've already got, like... Some of your character actions are already forcibly split across the 2 phases, but you're... Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, the only reason you might want to do that is... You still might want to do that sometimes as a fighter, because if you think you're going to take down the one, or like everything that you're fighting is going to go down, you might still want to save a second attack. So it's
just we've been playing this for a year, and I think I've seen you guys attack on the second phase. Yeah.
The only time I ever did that was when I knew something was coming, and I just wasn't.
Or it's when you need to get into melee. Like, if you guys are moving up, that's the only time where just by virtue of because you weren't close enough, that sometimes you get that. But once you're actually in melee combat, I've never seen anyone choose to go, their attack on the second phase. So, but...
So do you get your second attack, Archer?
I don't get a second attack with this weapon. Just the one.
Oh, you're not weapon specialized. Okay, so anyway, that's unfortunately a miss. You want to Astonishing Fortune that?
Let's live dangerously in Astonishing Fortune that one.
Nice.
Roll 20 laps to your Astonishing Fortune.
Yes. Okay. So you swing, and this thing, you hit it, but it does not seem to, the momentum is not sufficient to actually cause any significant damage on this. Then we've got. So Iphigenia, we didn't know what weapon she had out, so that's fine if she's got that. So then we've got Missile on second phase. which is all right.
Oh
It's
no, I can attack. Can I
Amaguk,
attack?
right?
Oh,
Hold
I
on, we're on
can't.
second phase? Sorry, we need to...
Oh, sorry, Carl. You. Oh, you know, I see you twice here.
Oh, because the second one was for Amakut.
Got it.
Sorry.
Okay.
I put melee something, move melee for Iphigenia, but I thought, okay.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
then
I am second phasing.
so there's no missile on first phase, no magic on first phase, move on first phase.
Okay. Yep.
So Iphigenia's gonna move.
Go ahead.
And yeah, Altair, how badly are you hurt? Altair, how badly are you hurt?
We've got 3
I'm
henchmen
pinned
left here.
down.
All right, so
They're what?
I guess
Out
the
of
henchmen
30.
can attack. Right?
Yep,
They
3
can-
henchmen can attack. Yeah, and they're all joining up on that one that's attacking
roll.
you guys.
Yeah.
Each of you guys give me a d20 roll, please.
Okay.
We'll let you each
Taking
control a
rolls.
henchman here.
Oh, 17.
17 is a hit. Give me a d8 damage.
Oh, wait, sorry. Somebody else is controlling. I'm going to go...
4 for my guy.
Nice. Okay, 4 damage. And then, yeah, no, Robert, you roll as well.
Okay, roll d20. Iphigenia,
no,
I
okay.
do d20, right?
Okay.
Sorry.
So that
I rolled
one
mine.
henchman hacks the back of this thing's calf, and it turns and snaps its jaws in his direction. Okay, then, sorry, that was melee in first phase. We've got our move done in first phase. So I guess it's top of the second phase, and we've got Iphigenia doing melee.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack twice with their bastard sword.
Give it shit. There we go.
So first attack. A hit.
Oh, does it ever.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
And second
And
one?
the second attack. It's a miss.
That is not good enough. You want to Astonishing Fortune that?
Yeah, gotta get rid of these guys.
Okay.
Yeah, this other one decided not to move or
Yes.
did it kill something on its...
Nice. So you...
Killed
So-
one on its turn.
So this thing gets hit in the back by that one henchman. It turns towards him. You take the opportunity, Iphigenia, to first take a opening slash on one side of its head. It turns around to the other, and you follow through and cut it. So it doesn't quite sever the thing's head, but both sides there's gore falling, like just pouring out of it, and it hits the ground. That was melee on second phase. We've got missile on second phase, so it looks like...
So he's gonna. Maguk is gonna shoot this guy down here.
Okay,
The last troll.
you got it.
Couple times. Right, he gets 2 shots. Yep.
He does, yes.
He misses.
2 misses, okay. Then it is magic on second phase.
So what, sorry, what spell does Hjalmar have for healing?
Yalmar's probably got Cure Light Wounds,
Okay.
or whatever the Ash equivalent of it
Yeah.
is.
I do have a question, Kevin.
Yep.
Do we know that we gotta burn trolls?
I think that
Hemaguk should
I
know
think
that.
it's probably common enough knowledge
All right.
that you know that
Probably have these other 3 guys start burning the trolls.
Altair, take 1 hit point back. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then Reagan was hoping the trolls. Well, she was hoping that they would be dead before she had to do this, but she's gonna cast. Let me take a look at this. I was trying to decide which one I wanted to use, and then got distracted by Hjalmar.
So just as a reminder, you do need to pick your spell before, like when you declare your action, right?
Okay.
Right. So like you're
Right.
what that's
okay,
what.
So it would have been hold person because she was hoping that
Okay.
if the trolls were together, if there were many of them still, that would have been best. So she's doing hold person on this guy here.
Nice.
I'm assuming
Look at
these are
them, Mike.
humanoid, which is why I didn't do it the first thing. I thought these things were lizard type things, so I wasn't.
Okay.
So hold person, it should get a 2 benefit to the saving. Sorry, 2 negative to the saving throw for this thing.
Yeah. So it's -2 penalty to its saving throw.
Yep.
Okay. Let's make a
sorcery
save
saving
for
throw.
it.
Yep.
Let's see here. So its save is not great. Oh, I rolled a 16. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the save is made. And here, I'll just
Yep.
whoop, boom. Beep, 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 beep.
So she takes 2 points of damage because she had to slice her palm to do that.
Okay. All right, guys. So I guess that is the end. Unless anyone's got to move on the second phase or second segment.
Can I
second
move
phase.
forward to?
Yep, absolutely. You move up to half your move.
1, 2. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll move over to here and then try to get its attention.
Okay.
So it doesn't eat
Your henchman? Got it.
Well, I was hoping this.
I love that you don't put yourself further forward, just close enough to be in line with him. Like,
I can't because I only got 15.
no, I'm teasing you.
Okay. Actually, yeah.
I'm assuming you're making noise trying to draw the attention, right?
Well, actually, I think I can only move 10. That's right, because I got a 20-foot move. Sorry about that. So 1.
Nope.
Yep.
The last
So
4 henchmen.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen.
I'm yelling at them. Yelling. It has reach. Maybe it'll attack me instead.
Yeah. Have you seen the full run of The Mandalorian? But there was a pair of biker scouts at one point that are.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah. That's your henchman right here. Okay, so then that's the end of the round then. So, and this last one, I rolled morale. It's still hungry. So, you guys, did you win initiative last time or lose? I think you won again, didn't you?
No, I lost.
We lost last time.
Okay, so Arlen, you were rolling initiative. Everyone declare actions, please. And then Arlen, whoop, come on, Jack dice.
It's probably going to be down, so.
Okay. Alrighty.
Reagan also wants to see how the henchmen get back.
Yeah.
We got it.
Okay. All right.
Hjalmar and Amagoot.
Well, I'm yelling for the henchmen
No,
to
I'm sorry.
burn the bodies.
I'm talking to the primarily to the 2 that are up front.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Are you declaring for Hjalmar and
Oh,
Amagoot?
yeah.
Oh, Yamagook is gonna fire missile. So missile for Yamagoot. This is for Yamagoot.
I
Okay.
assume Hjalmar can only do cure light once. Is that right, Kevin? He's only level 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to type up Hjalmar between now and next session.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, let's see here. So then, first up, here, Arlen.
Sorry, that second one was for
Eat my
Hjalmar.
5.
No.
Okay, so melee. First, he comes forward. Okay. And
I'm like banging my sword against my shield. Come at me, bro.
you know, dude, I'm gonna roll randomly. So it'll be on a 1 or a 2 on a d6. It's attacking the henchman. On a 3 to 6, it's gonna attack you. I rolled a 6, so it's attacking you.
Okay.
So it goes racing, and then its claw over the head of the henchman. That is a miss. Second claw is a miss. And then this massive jaws.
Massive bite.
Miss.
Nice.
Fucking 8s. I'm rolling 8s after 8s after 8s. Alright, so this thing tries to attack you. It unfortunately misses with all of its damn attacks. Then it is melee. So we've got Artair, we've got Iphigenia, and I think that's it.
Okay. If I move, let's see, Artair. If I move forward, there's no attack of opportunity, right?
That's right.
If I were to move to here, I'd be okay.
Yep. Yeah, love the, what do you call it? It's when you're disengaging is when it's a problem.
Okay, so I push past this one henchman
Yep.
to attack, and I attack this guy
Go ahead, guys.
with my bastard sword.
7, okay.
Ah, damn it.
1. Oof.
Yeah.
Whew. So those, neither of those are particularly good, guys. So
Yeah. So those guys, I guess those guys can't fall back because then they'd get mauled.
yeah. So each of you give me an attack roll for those 2 henchmen. The one that you said to hang back, Reagan, I think it's going to be back with you. Okay, so that's
burning
a miss.
Burning the body.
Oh, that's a miss. Okay. So then it is missile. We've got Reagan, and we've got Amagook.
So what's the rule for shooting into melee?
1 to 3, you potentially hit your target, your allies.
Okay. And you get one shot or 2 shots?
2 shots, because he's well, I think the rate of fire, it's 2-1 with the longbow, isn't it?
Rate of fire with weapon specialization or mastery or whatever it's called in this game is 2-1 if you don't move.
Yeah, it's 2-1 if you don't move, and because of the,
He
and that
plays-
becomes
yeah.
5-3 or 5-2 with the planted arrows.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's and this is a
Unfavorable.
So then he's 2 attacks this round. Yeah.
Okay. Missed.
Both misses. Shit. A button doesn't hit any of you guys, so that's helpful. And then Reagan's ranged.
Yep.
Okay, that's a hit again. Nice. Okay.
Again, she hits the thumb.
All right. And then I think that's it for the for that. Any magic in the first round? No. Or first phase? Nope. So second phase, nothing else going on then. This has been 3 rounds now, guys.
Mm-hmm.
This thing's flesh begins knitting back together, as do the fallen ones. So you're screaming, "Burn them! Burn them!" And the henchman grabs a torch off the wall and begins trying to set fire to one of the fallen trolls. Okay, so then I think that is the end of that round then, guys. Why don't we have everyone declare actions? And
Maybe we should just burn this tent.
yeah. And Robert, actually, you're going to roll initiative now.
Okay.
Okay, so... oh, fuck.
Action first. So let's...
Yeah, so I'm going to declare actions, and then...
Well, I bet some of those trolls are like, since they got blown apart by the lightning bolt, they're trying to like move back together.
Yeah. There's probably a little electricity running across the flesh as well, too.
T-1000 style, all of the body parts are starting to sort of
yes.
squelch out.
I think lightning should count as fire. Come on.
You should definitely send that in an email to Jeff Talanian. Okay, so what's everyone doing this?
And let's see.
Good.
Helmer.
All right, guys. So then, I'm sorry about this. Beat my 6.
Oh, missile.
No, sorry.
Oh. All right. So Iphigenia's moved in even closer. So definitely this thing's attention is fixated on you. Iphigenia, first attack is a hit. This massive claw does 4 points of damage to you.
Okay.
Second claw is a miss. And then that jaw snaps out at you. 19!
That's probably a hit.
That is I'd say that's a good assessment. Okay. Oh, 10 points of damage from that one.
Okay.
And you kind of punch this thing in the head and it releases so it doesn't get to do that kind of shake that it did on the henchman that led to its or his death. But yeah, that was a bad hit. But Iphigenia has an opportunity to return the favor, as does Artair. Go ahead, guys.
Okay.
And we got 2 henchmen too. Robert, why don't you make 2 D20 rolls for me, please?
Sure.
That is a hit, Artair. Bam!
Damn it.
No, there we go.
Oh, 20 for the henchman.
Nat 20. Give me a D6 roll, please.
Yep. I thought we assumed damage was D8 from the henchman.
No, but D6 is your crit.
For
The crit.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Very
Good
nice.
time.
Trip damage. Oh, no, he's
Nice.
not counts as a monster. Yeah, it's a trip damage. Jeez.
Okay. Then D8.
Please, yeah.
Nice.
Whoa.
So, fucking hero henchman here. How does he take the troll down? What do you think, Robert?
So we're assuming they have long swords.
Yes.
He looks around at all of his friends and just feels the rage coming up in him. And as the troll attacked Iphigenia, right?
Yeah.
So the trolls, basically attempting to strike Iphigenia, and he just brings the sword down on its exposed neck. And more or less hacks directly through.
Clearly it's taking its cue from Iphigenia from before and actually severs this thing's head. So you're covered in, your shield is covered in gore. Or no, you're wearing carrying a bastard sword. Your armor...
I was using it one-handed. So.
Okay, so your shield then Iphigenia is covered in troll gore. I'm going to assume that you guys will have enough time. You see one of the trolls does try to kind of, it shudders and tries to bring itself back to its feet, but you guys will burn it down.
Okay.
Holy
Is
smokes.
this troll gone?
This troll is gone. Oh, yeah. Yeah, big. That's the trip
21
damage on
points?
that is 21.
Plus
So-
Arlen, yeah, because I totally missed.
All right, we need to get
Yeah,
that.
you were just
henchman
setting up the henchman. You were being a team
Yeah.
player. Right. Okay, so
And
then...
then I point to Reagan. I go, I could use some of that honey mead about now.
And since Arter also is hurt, and yes, she will definitely
And these
uh,
any of these henchmen
Okay.
are injured. Yeah,
salvageable.
yeah. There's
So there are... yes, you know what I'll say is... so there are 8 casualties in total.
8. Wow.
Yeah, what I'm going to say is...
Reagan can also cast the cantrip, divine. Prayer for the dying.
Yeah, the trouble is these guys aren't... they're NPCs, so they're not subject to the same healing kind of things as what you guys are. They're not the... When they hit 0, they go... they're off to Valhalla. But what I'll say, though, is that I'll give each a 10% chance. So give me a 8d10 roll, and for each one you roll, then one of them does manage to hang on, and you're able to... over time, they'll be able to heal. So let's hear.
Roll 8d10.
Please, yeah.
Looks like
Yeah, I got one.
So one survived. So maybe it was
your
the...
prayer for the dying helped out the 2.
Okay, no, unfortunately, this is your prayer for the dying helped out one of them.
Okay.
So you can picture you're sort of looking over the gore, and then one of them kind of, coughs up a bit of blood, and you use your prayer for the dying to stabilize him. So that means 7 casualties. So, Arlen, why don't you give me 7... 7d68? I love Roll20 being able to roll these weird things. Okay, so 23 will be another mounted crossbowman. 16 is also a crossbowman. 20 is a crossbowman. 13 is a crossbowman. 7 is a light horseman. 38 is a heavy footman. And 20 is a duplicate, so I'd bump it up by 1, is another mounted mounted crossbowman. So you're down to 10 light horsemen, 12 mounted mounted horsemen, crossbowmen, I guess, 39 heavy footmen, and then the artillerists. One of those casualties, incidentally, was the sentry. Watching this stuff, I didn't bother to roll through it because I figured a 5 hit point sentry was
gone.
yeah. So yikes.
So Arter's gonna clap the hero's henchman on the back and say, "Why don't you talk to Diego Moreta about a promotion?
Yeah.
Whatever class you
On our
are, you can
recommend-
be the decurion of the heavy crossbowman or whatever."
You know what I'll say, guys, is I think that there is a let's see what the XP value of these trolls are. Oof. You know what I'll say is give me a D... Well, whatever. I think there's a 50-50 chance that this guy's going to go up a level. He'll gain a level in a class as opposed to being just, Joe Chump henchman.
So what? 1d2?
Yeah, whatever you want. It's 50% chance.
Yay!
There you go. Okay. So this guy, what class is he? A fighter?
Yeah, let's make him a
Yep.
fighter.
Fighter? Okay, cool. And that's not going to cost you anything extra, but he will be a fighter. And during our break, I'll look up what the equipment is, and I'll let you guys come up with what this guy's ethnicity is, what his jam is. But you can now have a new henchman
Okay. Cool.
who's gained an extra level. So
What was his area specialty? Was he a
good question. Why don't you, Arnold, give me another D68 roll. Let's see what his shtick was. So that's a 5. He was a light horseman.
okay?
So maybe he's a cavalier.
Cataphract.
Cataphract,
in
right.
this game.
Right.
Yeah.
Happens to know Old Norse, right?
All right. I guess
I'm
these trolls didn't have anything on them, did they?
Which did? The trolls?
Did not have anything on them.
Let's take a look at that when we get back from our break. because we're at our halfway point now. So why don't we take our break, and then I will take a little bit longer than I normally do, just because I want to take Anna, give her a chance to take a pee outside. And I will be back in. So let me put the intermission music on here. I suppose of this sporadically loud shit. And for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay. Apparently Anna didn't need the break because when I came back from the washroom, she just put herself back in her in her bed. Okay. There we go. So, oh, excuse me. I looked up what mounted horsemen have as well too. So he actually would have been armed with a horseman's flail and a lance. He's not going to use a lance in here, but it would have been a flail and leather armor. Oops. And hey guys, Graham, thanks. Nice map. Yeah, this is one of the Gabriel Pickard maps that is available on Roll20. Longshot, howdy howdy. Dave, thanks, bud. And Jay, hey y'all. Yeah, what they got themselves into is more random encounters. So, turns out trolls are not as tough as they look, because you guys kick the shit out of those things.
Wow, they did kill.
They did kill an awful lot of henchmen, so there is, unfortunately, that. Okay, so you were asking about loot. Loot. Let's see what these things have.
And also, if Imagut could go around where the back and see if there are more, if their tracks and all that kind of stuff.
Sure. So I think what Imagut can tell you, his let's see, he's got a D12. Yeah, he can tell you that this appears to be a quartet. So there were the 4 trolls that came in here. That was all of them. They didn't split up or anything like that. They were all they seem to have come from the wild, and just what actually his role was quite good for the tracking. He can tell you that these things it's kind of like sharks, I guess, where like they can the scent of food can reach their massive noses from miles off. So these things could have come from quite some distance to actually reach you guys. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what they've got on them in their filthy sacks. Okay.
Ew.
Yeah. Okay. Whew. Where's my piece of paper? Here we go. All right. Nope. Nice. Okay. What else you guys got in here? No. Okay. You find in total about 3,000 copper pieces between them, and that's really the extent of the treasure that they have. So it's about 30 GP worth of value. Okay, so then, what happens next, guys? This is a pretty traumatic event for the army. Well, the morale seems to hold. What do you think, What are you guys going to do? You'll meet with the Moretta brothers,
right?
And they're obviously a little concerned about this is the second of these things that has set upon our the army since we're down at least 10% of our initial force. Given, well, is it 10 in total you guys have lost? 1 to the centipede, and then 7 to the what do you call it? 7 to the trolls. So 8. Yeah, so it's at least 10% of your initial force that you've lost.
No, it could have been worse. Let us just hope that the second sons are less fortunate.
All right. So then, guys, on the next, is there anything else you want to do tonight, or are you setting out?
No, I mean, whatever their custom is to prepare and take care of the bodies. Do they want to take them with us and bury them at Iron Fang Keep, or do you want to bury them here?
They will. Their preference is because remember the dead do not rest quiet in Thule.
Yes, this is true.
And the ground's all frozen as well too. So like if you are gonna set these to rest, it may be best to have Yalmar perform some kind of services on them and prevent them from actually rising from the dead. They will. I mean, these guys are kind of in parts right now anyway. Although, you know what? Yeah, actually, what they might do is build a fire to sort of warm the ground and then do a mass grave and kind of toss them all in there. What remains, just because if you're bringing the bodies with you... Well, actually, you guys are the ones who are in charge of these ones, so what is your preference? Do you want to just bury these things here, or do you want to...
Or do they cremate them? Do they burn them? Is that...
Yeah.
Right.
Burn, yeah, I mean, that's what you guys did with Yason.
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on their custom, right?
Well, you'd be using up some of the supplies, but I think that this tent is pretty much ruined anyway, so you do have lots of combustible material to make use of.
Yep.
So that's what we'll see you guys do. See, there's an evening. Does anyone say anything at the kind of the cremation ceremony, or?
They fought bravely. They died as warriors. May they be great heroes in Elysium.
Okay. All right.
They were avenged by their companion as well, right?
Yeah. They died doing what they loved, getting eaten by trolls. Then if there's nothing else, then we will skip forward to next day. So you guys are actually getting into that on the first couple hours of travel on this next day. You guys will be getting into the grasslands that surround the region immediately adjacent to the Iron Fang Keep. So that, let's see here, looks like... where is it? I'm hearing someone's typing pretty loudly there. Is this the one I want?
Robert, you're muted.
I think he muted himself because of the typing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So this, guys, is what you're moving into now. Much more arable kind of land. Or at least more life in it than what the Tundra offer. Mm-hmm. So, where are you guys? Where are you guys? Here we go. Zoom in just a bit here. All right. So, let me see if... Okay. So, on the second day, you guys are making your way into the region where Iron Fang Keep would be. And you can see... I think that it's Amagok who points it out to you guys, that in your rear, there is, from the very first, light of day, you can see that there is a growing cloud of dust. And it's a pretty big one. Amagok will tell you that he thinks this is an army on the march. So there's something that is only a few miles behind where you guys are, and they are closing. So, you're moving your way into the region around Iron Fang Keep. You guys are the ones in charge. Here's what you can do, is you can try and push a forced march, because that appears to be the fact that they caught up to you, or whatever army is coming, is catching up to you. They're likely moving at a forced march. You could send a scout back to reconnoiter where, what's following you. You could try and go ahead. You could try and, double time it with your army and do a forced march, try and speed things up. What are you guys thinking here? We can picture this is happening as the column is moving along. You guys don't meet together. We'll assume the rest of the PCs are here as well. What are you thinking?
I still... I don't want to just go into the keep without knowing what's there.
Well, we know it's there. The only thing, it's cleared out more or less, except for that one area with
Well,
ghosts in it.
we've been gone for a bit, so we don't know for sure that nothing's come back.
Okay, don't you shouldn't. I don't know.
Don't give Kev ideas.
Yeah, don't give Kev ideas.
Well, Kev has plenty of his own.
My idea would be to send the guys who aren't here and the others on a force march, and then we could stay back and harass the army. I mean, just give me 180 feet, and I can blast that second son off his damn horse.
That's true. And I have some spells that might make him stop. Yeah,
Right. I mean,
I got that idea.
we dig a trench now, and where they're coming for their horses. Yeah, I mean, there's looks like there's some places we could set up an ambush, or at least, I mean, there'll probably be outriders of theirs, but we'll see. I mean,
Okay.
that's an idea. It's crazy, but
Mm-hmm.
what do you guys think?
No, I think that would work.
Cut off the head of the snake.
What do you think, Archer?
Sure, that seems a little aggressive to me. Seems like it might be better for us if we're gonna split off our group, for us to be heading to Iron Fang Keep ahead of the forced march main army, and to make sure that it's like open to us to actually take over.
One upside to losing the mounted horseman or mounted crossbowman and the light horseman is you now have a bunch of horses with no.
Yep. We could ride super hard on the horses while the rest of the army force marches and try to get to Iron Fang Keep ahead of them, so that we can kind of clear out anything that's there. That would be my preference.
Yeah, okay. Well, that could be better. We could still, as they're approaching, if they get close enough to the walls, we can still blast them.
Yeah.
Or burn them. Like we still have some juice in the tank for the flamethrower.
Yep.
Greek fire thrower.
Who is that thing? Because because of the size of that thing, I'm assuming no one's like just toting that around.
No, we probably have it on like a pack horse or something.
Yeah.
No one's toting it around.
So what's the call then, guys? Is it to
force march to the keep?
Force march to the keep? Okay.
That's my vote.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right. So then the army is going to start going, kind of double timing it. And let me see here.
And we'll ride on ahead as a vanguard.
Yeah. I think. Let me see here. So I think, thanks to Amaguk's keen eyes, you guys, and the warning you had that they were behind there, your army is going to make good time getting to Iron Fang Keep. Let's go to the Iron Fang Keep map. Where did I put it? Where are you, Iron Fang Keep? I accidentally loaded a bunch of... Oh, no, it's not that. It's because I've got so many darn campaigns run with the same Roll20. I think this is it here. Let's see. Yes, nice. Okay. Get everyone... Oh, and there's still Yason on the bonfire in here, too. Here, take a look, Arlen. Where is it here? Gone but not forgotten. Oop, what's going on here? There he is. So let me get rid of all these characters. Boom. And I'll grab you guys from the camp. Are you bringing anyone else with you? Your Amaguk or Yalmar? Or the as yet un...
Yes, Amaguk.
Amaguk? Okay.
Yeah.
Yalmar.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Yalmar? Maybe we should
I think so. I mean, we kind of we're kind of shorthanded in terms of our kind of expeditionary force as is. So
Take our new henchman hero.
Yeah, did we decide on a name for him yet?
Hero. No.
We can roll.
Yeah.
Here, if you want to roll randomly, give me a sec. Oh. Grab. Okay, so this guy is probably, if he's with Diego Moreta, it's going to likely be a Spanish-style name. Someone give me a percentile roll, please. 100. Nice. Inigo. Ynigo. Okay, so Inigo, the first level cataphract.
Make him a fighter or cataphract?
Fighter, your guys' decision. What do you think?
I think it'd be cool for him to be a cataphract, but that's just me.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's just try it out.
Cool. Okay, so he is a first level cataphract. We'll add. I wonder if I've got. Would you want to bring him with you as well too? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the.
Okay, so then let me. If I've got an illustration here. Oh, I got quite a few. My goodness. Okay. Let's see here. Huh. Let's sure. So let's do this. First, let me put you guys down here. Boom. Oh, and it is daytime right now, so don't know why this is all in darkness. Boom. Okay. So let's put you outside the keep. Approaching. And whoop. Yeah, it's good. Oh shit! Fuck. Wrong thing. And how does this work for an illustration for him? Dude in armor. I mean, he's only wearing leather armor at this point, but now that he's got some levels, you may want to outfit him with something better. Okay. Inigo. Someone give me a... Roll D10 twice. Let's see what his hit points are.
2d10.
3. Holy shit.
He has 8. I guess 8 hit points left.
Oh my goodness. So when he had 5, I'll give him the 5 that he had as a henchman. So good golly. All right, then so you guys, the 5 of you guys, 6 of you guys, come riding up here with all in. Hold on, did I give Yalmar? Did we roll Yalmar and Amaguk's hit points? We must have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
Amaguk has...
Yeah, 8. They're not at maximum, so yeah, we must have rolled those as well too. So yeah, okay then. So the lot of you guys are right up towards Iron Fang Keep, and it is as you remember it. It looking. It is the square, keep with 2-story towers on each of the cardinal points. Although one of the towers has nearly completely collapsed. I think we've got. Yes, the look of it. Here we go, guys. That's a reminder of what Iron Fang Keep looks like.
Yes.
What's your approach? I mean, you know that there are different ways of kind of getting here. There's that gaping hole in the wall there, and there is the front gate, although there were those pits and punji sticks and stuff that were set up by the Beastmen.
Yeah, I think we want to go over the wall.
Over the wall.
Okay.
The best way.
Yeah. It will be.
You want to deal with those?
Yeah, I think you have to dismount to get over that, just because that's a lot of uneven rocks and stuff like that. You could lose a horse that way. So then, what's the strategy for checking this place out then, guys? Are you just kind of like walking right in and then just kind of looking around, or what?
Well, we know about the stuff that's in this kind of main hall, right?
Yeah.
So it seems like what we want to do is we want to check the other towers first, probably.
Okay.
To make sure nothing is...
So are you just... Well, I guess what I'm asking is, like, from the moment when you guys are... You see it, you ride up to it, what's happening going forward from there? Like, you just walking into the courtyard, or are you taking any precaution?
Well, recall we probably didn't get all the traps that were on the front door.
No, we don't do that yet. I mean, because we're going in through here, through the side.
Yeah.
But I think we probably move like tactically, I guess counterclockwise, and start checking out the towers one at a time.
Okay, let me just say it again, guys.
What
I want you to do, I want to know from the moment you guys can take charge of the narration and start slowly moving yourself forward here, but I want to know from when you ride up to the keep, you see the big walls there, you see the hole in the side, what is your strategy from that moment going forward? Because if you guys just walk into the courtyard, then I'm going to assume that there's no caution that's being taken unless you describe for me what specifically you're doing.
That's what I said.
Okay, I think
kind of move up there cautiously, and then tactically, kind of using as much cover.
So what does that
possible.
mean, though? What when you say tactically, what do you mean?
I got my shield out, got the spear out, kind of crouching down.
Okay. And then, so you're at the base of this rock right now. What happens next?
I think we move up to the top edge here, the sort of ridge line, and look over it and just see if there's anything around before.
Sure. I think the quietest among you is likely to be Amaguk.
Yeah.
Okay. So he sneaks up to the top of the rocks here, pokes his head over, looks around, and he looks back at you, and... oh, hold on, I can get rid of the thing. Boom. He looks back down at you and shakes his head to say nothing there, and gestures for you to come up.
Okay.
So you guys make your way up, and what you can see is the... basically, there's the remnants of that bonfire on which you immolated the remains of Yason. There's still the signs likely on the... this place, the courtyard itself is full of debris and signs of ancient battles and so forth. But there's also the bloody reminder and stains on the ground of the initial conflict that you had, the war you fought to, or the siege, I guess you fought to liberate this place in the first place.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it appears to be the same as when you had left it, when you were last here. So, what happens next then, guys? I can move you into the courtyard itself.
Well, we want to probably, like Arlen suggested, we need to make sure the towers are clear.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll save this for last.
Okay.
We know that that's probably still messed up.
Now, you mentioned an interesting issue too, that of traps.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you haven't run into any traps inside any of the towers thus far, and I am assuming that you did search the entire keep before you guys left last time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you taking any precautions for further traps, or are you assuming that you found whatever there was going to be found last time?
Well, we can still take precautions by, just probing the spear ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a spear, and then I guess our new guy has a spear or lance, right?
Yep. And I'm thinking that if there are any traps we didn't find here, we just tell our army not to come this way, and we hope their army comes this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My idea, honestly, was to put even the flamethrower in one of these towers and to, use it as well. So.
Well, we have a couple of artillerists too that we would like to get up in the towers, I would assume.
Yep.
I don't. Yeah.
So the...
Okay.
Let's see in a second. The flamethrower. I don't know... Oh, here we go. Flamethrower... Oh, 60 feet long, yeah, so then you could reach the ground from on top, but you'd have to be kind of like almost at the base. So you'd have about it'd be the same kind of, tactic as using Greek fire, or not Greek fire, burning oil.
Yeah.
Effectively, okay. So it takes you guys about 3 turns to thoroughly search each of the towers, and you find nothing. This place is as desolate and as empty as what you had left. The only place you do not search, I think, when you search this tower down here, the southeast tower, the one that still remains standing, as you pass that one, Artur, you haven't been here before. You look over and you can see that there is a rime of frost around the interior door on this one.
Yep.
And I think when you pause and look at it for a moment, either Iphigenia or Reagan kind of puts their hand on your shoulder and says, "Leave that."
Yeah, don't go there.
Yeah.
You search that. Do you search the main keep as well too?
Yeah, we can.
Like the upstairs of this
Upstairs.
section.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So the areas where you have explored before, all of them are completely empty. There's still the debris and the mess that came from the beastmen who were living here.
Yeah.
You guys didn't do a thorough cleaning and whatnot of this place before you left, so it still has in the disgusting shape that the beastmen were living in when they were here. But it appears that no one has come in here to occupy it in the time since you guys left. So, I'm gonna say, give me a D4 roll. This will be how many hours before your army gets here. Oh, nice. So by the time you finish up, I think you can probably see there's the distinctive cloud that of your army on the move as well too. What is the plan here then? You guys will have some opportunity to talk about what you're going to do in terms of to fortify this place too. So what's the initial thought for how to deploy your troops, where to put them, and whatnot? Outside of this, you can picture that there is fairly open terrain. There's a pretty good vantage from every direction here. It's just got that tall grass that you guys were so successfully hid yourself in when you first besieged Iron Fang Keep.
Yeah. So which direction is the other army going to be coming from?
They come from the west.
Coming from the west. Okay.
Yeah.
So just to point this out, this shouldn't be the primary element of our defense, but I do have this brazier of sleep smoke. We basically 3 rounds after it's lit. Sorry. The one looks like it's after 2 rounds of being lit. Anything within 30 feet must make a device saving throw or fall into a magical slumber. If we want to put that somewhere that can be lit from the keep, whether it not be an arrow shot from our tear, and an area where we think that they might come through. That's just a random thought. I'm not saying that should be our primary goal, but I've got 6 charges. And I'm trying to find a way to use this thing.
Okay.
So,
what are you guys thinking?
So it seems like crossbowmen in the towers, right? The walls don't really have any walkways on them, so they're crossbowmen
they're
in
coming
the towers.
from the west is to the left, right?
yep.
Yeah.
All right. So for sure,
Artillerists.
we didn't really take the time to make sure we know exactly where all the pits are.
Oh, sorry, no, they're coming from the east. It'd be the west side of. Yeah, sorry for I left meaning right is right. Yeah, I pinged over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Because remember, you guys they're heading westward toward the keep, same direction that you guys are coming.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so good. So this big hole is in the back. From where they were.
The big hole would be on the.
No, it's on the side of where they're coming
okay.
from, basically like right over here. So the big hole is going to be on the right for them.
Okay. Well, that's we need to definitely have like the heavy infantry guarding that and making sure that that's. I mean, obviously we're not going to have the horses. I mean, I don't think it's worth to try to hit and run them as they're approaching.
Yeah.
I feel it's better to stay behind the walls of the keep. I mean, for sure, Iphigenia is going to be up top with the crossbowmen, and if the leadership gets close enough, well.
Yeah.
If the leadership gets close enough, I might be able to cast a whole person on them, which would be somewhat devastating.
Okay. I mean, so we kind of know a little bit about these kind of ghosts and spirits in here, right?
Yeah.
That they're, it's like a ancient battle between the Atlanteans and then the Rangers. Something.
Not the Atlanteans, the
Hyperboreans.
Hyperboreans, yes. Mm-hmm. I was about to say Melnemodians, and I was like,
yeah,
that's not quite right.
The name, yeah. But, I mean, we can let Halmar. I mean, can Halmar commune with spirits? Maybe we can get them to ally with us and get rid of those dudes. Or is that?
I mean, he's a first level cleric, so
yeah. So
never mind.
And I think
seems like probably best to just avoid that area entirely, at least for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we wouldn't. But
we can put crossbowmen up in the two eastern towers, and then up on top of the keep itself, where the beastmen were throwing javelins.
Are those javelins still up there?
They are.
Just show them to our artillerists and go, look, we got presents for you.
Remember, those things are sort of sized for a beastman sized thing. These aren't. And
I thought they were like scorpions or something. Like they were like shot from a.
No, they were throwing those things down at you guys. That's just how hard those damn things hit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're not like ballistas or.
I think like the tougher of you, like Iphigenia, you have an 18 strength, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could throw those things without difficulty.
Okay.
Kane.
Yeah,
could.
but those would be like last resort. I mean, they're too close up.
What's Artier's strength?
16.
So yeah, you're probably able to manage those as well.
Okay. Well, we have those for the heroes to throw.
Yeah.
at attackers if they're. I mean, if they brought siege equipment. Okay, we'll figure that out. But
well, it seems unlikely that they brought siege equipment if they're moving this fast, right? Because an army marches at the pace of the slowest.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although mean DM Kev would probably have some way for them to, disassemble it all, put it on the backs of pack horses, and then reassemble it. Yeah.
See, this is a lesson for the DMs at home: is don't plan anything. Just wait for your players to come up with what horrible thing they think is going to happen, and then you're like, yeah, that sounds good.
But more generally, it does seem like we want the heavy infantry to be stationed around this area so that they can guard this gap in the wall.
Right.
And then maybe since there's traps over here already, we could have like the light horsemen dismounted behind the gate in case anything gets through the traps.
Okay.
Right.
So let's talk numbers here. You guys have currently, you have 10 light horsemen. You have 12 mounted crossbowmen. You have 39 heavy footmen, and you have the 2 artillerists. So where I'm just making some notes here to see where everyone's going to be placed. So do you want the mounted crossbowmen, do you want all 12 of them up in that southern or southeastern tower?
Yeah, we could have 6 on each side, for sure.
Well, you can't. What do you mean by each side? Each side of the tower?
There's a tower up here and a. Well, it's hard to see because it's all like blackened. But
sorry,
the tower up here and the tower up here.
So the northern tower here, you can't get up there.
Oh,
remember, that's ruined, and you guys haven't been able to. It's the top level of that has collapsed, and you guys have never gotten in there.
So the
Yeah.
top of the
But
top
there's
of
a top of this section,
right.
right, where the beastmen were standing to shoot at us while we were in the courtyard.
There's a top of the main area.
Yeah, the main kind of.
So
keep.
that was that faces the courtyard. Oh no, there are murder holes on the other side as well too. So yeah, you could get on the second floor. Yes, the third floor. Sorry, you could get there too. And yeah, so yes, you can do that. So you're going to place 6 crossbowmen in the keep.
Yeah.
And 6 crossbowmen in the southeast tower.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. And then concentrate the heavy infantry at the hole, and then
Okay.
the light horsemen who are not going to be on horse, they can be backup. But what about the front towers? You think we're not going to worry about that?
Well, it seems like we should station like a couple of people in the front towers as lookouts, but if
Right.
we don't have any more heavy crossbowmen, it seems like we shouldn't waste crossbowmen out there. But that could be a job for the dismounted light horsemen, is to just be lookouts in
And
the
how-
towers.
Yeah. How tall is the?
The towers,
The
I
3
believe.
stories, right?
Yeah.
So
So I
30
think they were
feet?
40 feet.
40 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then definitely have all like our heavy stuff, like those big javelins, and then the flamethrower we can just put in the middle here, so we can use it on the ground if.
So I'm not sure you'd be able to safely fire I can see firing a crossbow through the murder holes, but I'm not.
No, on the top though.
There isn't a top. They were not on a roof throwing down at you. They were throwing through murder holes, and the reason they were able to get in, there's a balcony in this one on the second floor, and that's one of the ways they were throwing shit down at you when you guys were trying to escape.
Okay.
So like, if what you want to do is, let me
There's no roof, right?
yeah,
Then.
let me do this, guys. Let me move you over here, or you know what? Hold up. I bet you I can make a. I can't give you a handout because there's parts of the thing you haven't explored yet, so I don't want to spoil that for you. But give me a sec here. This is gonna be a little cumbersome. I think what I can do is just cut and paste you guys into a couple different places, and then you'll be able to see each of the different regions that you have seen so far. So boom.
Yeah.
You can see that now, right? Right here.
Yep.
So that's the top floor. That's where the...
And this is, we're talking about this back
The main
section
keep.
having murder holes that
Right.
they can shoot through.
right over here. Boom. You see the murder holes there?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. And then you also have in here... you see where the balcony is there?
Okay, that's on the second floor.
On the second floor, yeah.
But
Okay.
that's backup. And then what about the tower?
The tower...
They were never on the roof then. These guys really.
they were only on the roof of the
roof is
towers.
flat.
Yeah.
Oh, the towers might. Okay.
Yeah, the towers have roofs
And
on
those
them.
are 40 feet tall, or they're higher.
I think they are 40 feet. I have to grab the... sorry, I've got the map. It's... I actually don't know where the hell it is right now. I think it's 40 feet. I think that sounds right.
Okay. Well, that's where I would put the flamethrower then. Shoot down at people.
Okay. On the south... What is it? South eastern tower?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so then the southeastern tower would be right...
I mean, yeah.
I think
I mean,
it's...
right now it'd only be like a one-time use thing. Right.
Yeah, because I mean they'll move away from whenever you get them. Although
Oh,
it's going to do a shit ton of damage to whoever
Right.
gets hit with that.
Yeah, and then but then unfortunately he's not here, but Will has his ray gun.
Yes, that's a cone as well too, though.
But the cone that can be shot through a murder hole.
Yes, it could. Yeah. You're not worried about backsplash with that.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
he could be with the art, on the second floor with the
So
as needed.
the light horsemen, you've got 10 of those. Where are they placed?
We'll probably put like a 2 on each of these front towers as lookouts.
Okay, so 2 in the front.
They
so
don't have it. They don't have. We have extra crossbows, though.
You do, yeah.
Because of the dead mounted crossbowmen, right? So.
Yep. Okay, so the northwest and southwest tower has one footman in each, right? Or is that the light horseman you're putting there?
Light horseman.
Light horseman.
Think,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
We really want the heavy infantry to basically guard that big hole.
So do you want all 39 heavy infantry deployed in the courtyard then?
Yeah, and the courtyard probably maybe has 2 waves.
Okay.
Right. Like a reserve, like a front, people in the front with their shields there, and then in the back is a reserve.
Okay, so we'll have
reserve line.
20 in front row and 19 in reserve. Okay. That leaves you the 2 artillerists and still 8 more light horsemen.
Okay. Well, some of those horsemen, they don't have any missile weapons. They don't have bows, right? They don't.
The which one? The light horseman?
Right.
No, they've got a light. What is it? Horseman's flail, leather armor, and a lance.
Okay.
I would suggest having them outside and to the side and back where they can't be seen, and then you give them a signal when they need to come out.
Oh, you know what? So one issue you're going to have is getting all of the horses in here.
Yeah.
Right? Like, when the army gets here, there's all those traps near the front door with the punji sticks and those and the pit traps and whatnot. And then there's the only other way in is up that effectively that pile of rubble, and like that's that's not, unless you guys can think of a way around that. That's not going to be a way to bring the horses in either. So what do you think? And that's not only the actual war horses and whatever, the cavalry horses. That's your pack animals as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking, guys? Sorry, I hadn't even thought of that. And then I was looking at the map and I'm like, well, we'll just get, because I was thinking about, you could have a sortie ride out, and then like, well, no, you actually can't, because there's not really a way to easily get the cavalry in and out.
Well, I mean, how long is it going to take us to I don't want to clear that punji sticks, but we can at least let people know where things are.
Like to map it out well enough that we could guide the horses through.
It'll be slower, but
Yeah, because I mean, if you're bringing it in, that's for the cavalry. In total, the amount of horses you guys have is 28, plus the whatever pack horses there are.
Yeah.
But then you also have your footmen moving through in single file.
Well, the footmen can climb up the rocks.
Yeah, you can send the footmen over there. Yeah.
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 Yes.
But then we just have to map out. Take some time
I
to
think
map
that's the thing to do. Is Iphigenia with her spear can figure out where most of the traps are out here, and we'll just guide them through as carefully as possible.
Okay, so you would have an hour to get that done. So then, does that affect your plan whatsoever? Robert had suggested having some people outside.
I mean, I'm still thinking maybe the horses outside with because otherwise, once they're inside, you just completely restrict their usefulness.
Well, it'd be easy enough. I think, yes, they're less useful inside, but outside we've got no guarantee, because we've got no guarantee that the enemy army is going to actually make an assault, right?
That's true,
they might just form up around us and start besieging us, in which case having the horses inside, we could spend like a night clearing punji traps and make a sortie in the morning or something at some point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the problem is, right, not like we have like radios to communicate either, right? I mean,
yeah, if they encircle us and we've got like, there's a handful of horsemen and a whole bunch of horses outside just sort of stuck there, the enemy army is just going to run them down, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so then I believe that leaves you still with the 8 extra light horsemen. Where do you want to place them? Are they all dismounting and you're just going to keep the horses in the stable?
Probably the pack horses in the stable, but the ones that we could potentially ride. I mean, this courtyard's quite large.
Yep.
So.
But I'm assuming you want to keep them in some kind of order, though, and unless you're assigning people to...
for sure.
Right?
Well, we probably, at least 4 of those horsemen are probably going to be having to tend, unless they have, like, horse people, right?
You mean
But
centaurs?
at least half of the... No.
I'm kidding. I don't actually mean... I'm just being an ass.
They don't have, like, teams... They don't have teamsters, right?
Yeah.
So...
Well,
so
I'm
some
assuming...
of those horsemen are going to have to take care of the horses or have them prepped.
Okay.
Right?
I think that you guys would have the... you'd have someone to... Like, I'm assuming there's stable boys or something that you have brought along with you that was part and parcel of your army, but not, you know... They're not going to be able to prep each of these horses to be ready to ride, right?
Yeah.
So maybe like two. So half of the horsemen will be in charge of like the flank, right? So the 2 in each of the towers, and the other 4 ready, you know, for contingency messaging back and forth between the sides of the keep, stuff like that.
Okay, so you got 2 in each of in the northwest, the southwest tower. Do you want to put 2 in the southeast tower as well? 2 horsemen.
Right, and we can give them the extra crossbows. I mean,
you have in total 6 crossbows that are not spoken for.
Right.
So that'd be those 6, and then you got 4 leftover horsemen. Where are they going?
I figure they're in, like you said, the stable boys can only like take care of the horses, not to get them ready for battle.
Yeah.
So, and they can be.
Oh, go ahead.
They can just be used as like runners, messengers, for the most part, and then if we need to prep the horses for a sortie, then, you know,
then they'll be useful for that.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do we have in the main?
So they're in reserve.
Sorry. Yes, reserve. How much do we have in reserve in the main keep? Because I'm just thinking.
So we have like 20 in the front force, and then 19 in reserve.
Okay.
And then hopefully this won't happen today, because then Kane, I'm sure, would be among the heavy infantry, right?
Yeah.
Plus, he would be very disappointed if it happened today.
Yeah, I feel like Malo and I will be up top on the towers to, you know, hopefully Malo chooses Fireball. So I'll suggest strongly to George.
Okay. So then, if what we've got then is the 4 horsemen are going to be in reserve in the courtyard. The 4 ones who aren't assigned to the towers.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we can do like shifts. You know, if they don't attack right away, and they're on guard duty, they can take shifts.
Okay.
I'm also concerned. Like, remember we were able to sneak in through the stables, so if they have like assassins with them, these guys, you know.
You guys also took out a Wemmick on the... Remember there was... No, Wemmick, Beastman. Remember there was watches in the towers as well, too, and you guys took out both of them.
Yeah. So...
Yeah.
Okay.
So...
But we can have like some characters watching the back wall, too.
Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah, then let's talk about where you guys are tentatively going to place your heroes, then.
So I just have one other quick comment regarding so I was thinking while we were doing this, regarding that brazier, do we want to just bury it lightly in an area where we think a fireball might go off?
Well, then I'll destroy it, right?
Will it destroy it?
The fireball would destroy the brazier.
Yeah, that's true. Never mind. Yep.
I think the brazier would be very useful if like we want to like sneak in, but we don't have a sneaker anymore.
Yep.
If they sneak into their camp, and then light it up. And
do you have a defensive use you could make, like a defensive way you could use that?
Well, the only thing I could think of was if they started to try to come in the back, you know, like what I have a feeling is they're going to scout, they're going to try to find the weak points and attack there.
Yeah.
Like if we could, I'm just thinking like if we could put it like here or behind the traps.
Where? So I didn't see. Did you ping somewhere?
Yeah, I'm trying to ping up to the north where kind of all that rubble is.
Rubble? Are
Is
you?
anybody seeing that?
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
But then you could affect our own guys, right?
I would assume we'd want to keep our guys inside for the most part, right? It's 30 feet, so what I'm thinking is if they have a large number of folks, if you set it off back here or at the main gate, you see kind of where I'm pinging now?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of maybe behind where the traps are.
That kind of
Yeah,
goes along
I
with...
have an idea. Like we could bait them, right? So we could put it like at the bottom of the pile of rubble because that's an easy entrance.
Yep.
And if they have enough guys, just have the brazier there, somehow light it up,
Yep.
and then that kind of could ruin their first initial sortie at least. Sleep all those
Yep.
guys and we just murder hobo them.
Yeah.
That's an idea,
Yep.
and it can be used multiple times. I mean, I don't know. That's
Well,
an
it could be
idea.
used 6 times total, but I doubt. We'd
Yeah,
be
we'll
able
get to use one time.
Yeah, for this. So that would be. I agree with that. I also agree that if they do a real sortie and they try to come in on this side, that's another possibility. But
Yeah, I think now a hero could like someone like Kane could light it up because he won't be affected.
Your heavy footmen, incidentally, are wearing plate mail, a large shield, a long sword, and a long spear.
okay.
Yeah, so they're great along a line up at the top of the pile of rubble, or even right
Arlen?
under.
Yeah. Arlen, you had a thought too, though.
Well, that's what I was gonna say is if we are able to actually light the brazier with like a flaming arrow or something,
Yep.
that we could station me. One of the things I was thinking is I might be useful in this tower up here
Oh yeah.
because I could shoot down into this area and also be overwatching kind of the front area
Yep.
in case more of them come that way.
Okay.
And then if the brazier was like right here, I could just shoot a fire arrow at it.
Now, let me check this again. It's a 30-foot. It says within 30 feet, so just need to make sure that we don't station anybody too close to it. So, like, if it's maybe about back here, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, that's...
So
we
we're
just
gonna
need
have
to
to-
figure that out.
The measuring tool's not going to work properly here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
so-
right about here, right kind of where the green ends, I think. Be safe.
You
10,
could hide
20.
it among the bushes.
Yeah.
Is it a 30-foot radius?
Let me check. I thought it said within 30 feet. But let me see. I had it open and I was looking at something else. But I'd really like to.
Hey, Hobbs is making soup. His mom's coming to visit. Hobbs, say hi to Mama Hobbs.
Tell her to make a character.
Yeah, tell them we need Preda to sneak into the camp and.
Prade is actually
Kill-
lurking because we never got rid of her token. Her token is still lurking outside the southern wall.
Okay, it says within 30 feet, so that sounds like a 30-foot radius.
Yep. So 30 feet would be 6 squares. So
so 1, 2,
3, 4, 6. So that's a pretty big area, yeah.
Yeah. I think it would have to be like right about here just to be sure. Like if we assume that we're all kind of along this line here, right? Or maybe just slightly back, then if you're just slightly back to that, if they don't go beyond the wall, I think this works.
Okay. So we're in terms of placement of our heroes. You've got a Inigo now too. Where does Inigo going to go? For your, I guess let's talk about all 3 of your henchmen or hirelings right now. For Amaguk, Yalmar, and Inigo, what are you thinking?
I think Yalma probably wants to be in reserve, so that, or at least near wherever the largest group of us are.
That seems because his job is to heal people.
Yeah,
that
I mean he can
want
only
him
heal
with-
one person, so it's going to be
Well,
yeah, but it's
yeah,
going to be critical.
and then also to make sure that he doesn't just die in the first wave or something.
Yeah. So I think he's back here somewhere,
Okay.
like just kind of central, maybe even back a little further, something like this.
Okay, near the horses.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Inigo and Amaguk? Between now and next session, I'll populate the map with your henchmen as well too.
Okay.
Reagan's going to be near either Kane or Malo to make them bigger at the start. So she's going to wait until she finds out where they are. We assume they
Seems
might
like
be
Reagan and Kane would probably be with the heavy infantry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Malo and Iphigenia would probably be on the east wall somewhere, either on the east tower, probably the east tower, southeast tower.
Okay. So I'm just grabbing the tokens of the other guys.
And then maybe the
Okay.
Amaguk could be on the southwest tower. So we have another bowman up there.
Okay.
Mhm.
Reagan would want to know where the leadership was, though, so she'll probably
he
after
can-
making whoever bigger, she'll probably go to try to get hold person on the leadership if she can.
So you said Kane and
Right.
Amar are going to be in the main force?
No, I would feel like Amar would be on the east wall in those murder holes. He's pretty mobile,
Okay.
so he could use that ray gun to good effect if they do like an assault from there.
Okay.
So maybe he should be like with the infantry then, if we assume they're going to assault from there. I don't know.
So he'll be on the courtyard?
Yeah, I think
We'll let their players decide, where. But if we got some tentative ideas
for
to
now,
where they are.
let's do Amar and Kane and Reagan all with the infantry in the courtyard.
Okay. Kane, Amar, and Reagan are in the courtyard. Okay. And
We can always move if we need to move.
and you said Artair is going to be in the southeast tower, or northeast tower, northwest tower.
Yeah, this one.
Okay. Malo, you're thinking where?
Well, he's not here, but I mean, hopefully he'd either probably in the north. If they're coming from the east, then maybe the southeast tower. So if they get close enough, we can use some magical artillery.
Okay, and then Iphigenia is going to be in the southeast tower as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Amaguk is joining you there, or is he in the interior in the murder holes?
I feel like Amagut could be down here in the southwest tower.
Okay.
To help those other two guys.
Okay.
And then tell him to focus, basically, since he has good eyes, to focus on this wall, make sure they don't have anything trying to sneak up through there.
Okay.
But then, of course, Iphigenia and Malo also have eyes on that too. So.
Okay. And Inigo? Let's see with the infantry or what?
I guess we'd have them with the infantry.
Okay, so I'll be with everyone else here. All right. So do we have everyone placed then? I think so. All right.
Now Kev says, now Kev tells us, now they're going back home.
What's that? None of them are going back home?
Turns out the cloud was an army of Wemmicks on the move, and they're here to join us.
Yes.
That's an idea. Oh wow, yeah, that's an idea too. Shoot.
Yeah, that's
How
right.
far away are they?
Is no one? You sent no one back to confirm that it was actually an army.
Yeah.
It'd probably be a pretty dickish trick to waste an hour of time planning an assault that's never coming, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so then maybe what we'll do, guys, is I know we're about half hour early for our session, just because I need to do some setup with the tokens and stuff like that as well too, and we I think want the rest of the group to be involved in the assault. Maybe what we'll do is award XP for the session, and then call it a session. So I think Robert, you didn't use your Astonishing Fortune, so
No.
you got those. You did explore 2 new hexes as well, guys. So congrats for that. Again, XP for that, and XP for that, and you recovered. What was the total GP value of the copper?
30 gold pieces.
Woof! Guys, I don't want you to spend that all in one place. I mean, that's crazy amounts of.
Really nice if she pinged, but I don't think she is today. Dinged.
Well, I don't know. Trolls aren't bad.
Yeah.
You are going to lose a half share to the 2 NPCs as well too. So they will be gaining their hirelings, not what do you call it, or whatever the reverses had. Their henchmen, not hirelings. So let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, sorry for those listening at home for having such a short or a relatively shortened session. We just unfortunately had a bunch of people wake up this morning with that leftover Christmas plague that went around.
Years.
Or in Colin's case, just the leftover with it too. That's a shit way to start the new year. Okay. I mean, not World War III
to be
shit.
fair,
but...
anybody who's missing Reavers of Thule, there's like 60+ hours of us adventuring in the wilderness that you can watch.
This is true. Yeah, this is session 24 too, so we're into 72 hours worth of it.
Nice.
Okay, give or take.
I'm gonna come close to dinging. I swear, every time I look at this, it's like the number of XP I need keeps getting higher. It's like, I thought I was like 2,000 away. Apparently, I'm more like 8,000 away.
Oh, jeez.
From being 5.
Okay.
I've been counting this wrong.
So let's see here. So what I need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shares in total. And you guys will get double shares for it. So, oops. Plus 80. Okay. Divided by 8 is 0.5. Okay, times 2. All right. Times 1.1. Because you guys get everyone gets the 10% XP bonus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That means you guys each get 1,006 XP for today.
Okay. Nope, not close. 15,909.
Okay. Archie, how about you? Are you getting closer to dinging, or are you...
I am still a good ways off, but I'm getting closer.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
1,000, right?
And you are
I
only...
I am looking at this. Rune Gravers have a pretty poor... I mean, it's I gotta get to 24,000 to ding at 5.
Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, I think the ones who are in the worst boat... Yeah, the Warlocks are fucking brutal for gaining XP.
I'm only at 1,700 now, or 17,000 now, so it's gonna be a while.
Oh, jeez. All right, so guys, then we're calling a little early, but we'll leave our session there, and between now and the next session, I'll get all your NPCs set up in there as well, in the positions that you've set for them, and then we can talk on Discord and see if there's any other changes that the other heroes want to make to the plan. I'm assuming that with the planning that you've made to get the horses in, that's going to happen, so you'll be able to get everyone in and sort of hustle everyone in the direction. I'm going to figure out between now and then as well what might happen with the forced march thing, because your troops are not going to be fresh, but it also means that the ones that are pursuing you, if there is an army pursuing you, they're not going to be fresh either.
Right.
So, cool. So, for those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us for session 24 of our ongoing Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea campaign. I believe if this does result in a siege, this is the 3rd siege of Iron Fang Keep. So never let it be said that we don't get our mileage out of maps in this, because boy oh boy. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns regarding the session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, you can reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, and you can also reach me by email. My email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. You can also find a link in the description of the video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where you can find all of us, and you can find channels dedicated to this campaign, all the other campaigns we run on the channel, and as well as a bunch of assorted other channels too, like Find a Game, and there's a cool play-by-post Mutants and Masterminds game on there, run by our very own Arlen Walker here. And there are discussion groups as well too about different role-playing games too. I see someone is talking about sci-fi RPGs in there today. So, in addition, the final thing I'll say is that in the description of the video, there's also a link to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign that we run on the channel. And this weekend, I will be updating the rewards. Because it's the start of a brand new year, we'll have a whole new slate of charity sessions available as a reward. And then in addition to that, there's a bunch of other charity rewards that are available. All donations that are made to the Heroes Save Villages campaign go to benefit the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, which is a really terrific charity that benefits over 80,000 orphan and abandoned children in over 130 different countries. It is a really phenomenal organization that does very, very good work to help out some kids who really need help. I don't want anyone to feel obliged to donate, but if you did enjoy the session, if you're enjoying the content in the channel, I'd ask that you consider clicking through and learning a little more about the Heroes Save Villages campaign and SOS Children's Villages International in general. Last but not least, I want to thank my players. The ones not struck down by the post-Christmas plague. So, Carl, Arlen, and Robert, thank you so much for joining me this morning for the final stretch of your journey back to Iron Fang Keep. We'll see you next time for the 3rd siege of Iron Fang Keep. Until then, Guys, thank you again for joining me, both the players and the folks listening at home. And until we see you next, happy gaming.